Let me ask you this. If you had to pick one truck that balances daily comfort, serious towing, and weekend adventure without breaking the bank, what would it be? Some people will say Toyota Tacoma, others will scream Chevy Colorado. But here's the truth. The 2026 Ford Ranger is quietly proving that it might just be the most complete mid-size truck on the road today. It's not the loudest, it's not the flashiest, but when you dig into the details, the Ranger starts to look like the smartest choice you can make. And today, we're going deep because this truck deserves more than just a quick glance. The first thing you notice about the 2026 Ranger is that it doesn't chase gimmicks. Ford didn't reinvent the pickup silhouette, it refined it. You get a bold, upright front fascia with a wide grille that ties neatly into C-shaped LED headlights, giving it the same confident face as the F-150 in Maverick. It looks rugged, squared-off, and muscular without being cartoonishly oversized. Step around the side, and the proportions are spot on. The Ranger is sold only as a crew cab with a 5-foot bed, which gives it a balanced stance, practical for daily life, but still very much a truck. The fenders flare just enough to give it toughness, while subtle creases in the body panels keep it modern. Out back, clean LED taillights, a stamped Ranger logo, and a strong tailgate design finish the look. It's not trying to hard, it's a truck that looks confident just sitting still. Open the door. And here's where Ford surprises you. The Ranger's cabin feels less like a utility tool and more like a modern SUV. Every trim gets supportive, seats with plenty of adjustability, and the dashboard has a clean, functional design that avoids clutter. The base model gives you durable cloth in a straightforward layout, but move up and you're looking at leather upholstery, heated and ventilated seats, and even a Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. Technology is front and center, too. A 10-inch infotainment screen comes standard, while higher trims stretch that to a huge 12-inch vertical display. Both support wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Right in front of you. The gauge cluster is fully digital, 8 inches standard, 12.4 inches on upper trims. It's customizable, sharp, and makes the Ranger feel premium. Small touches like a wireless charging pad, USB-C ports, and smart storage compartments show that Ford didn't just design this truck for work, it's also made for daily family life. Now, let's talk about what's under the hood. The 2026 Ranger gives you options, and they're both impressive. The standard engine is a 2.3-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, making 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Don't let the cylinder count fool you. This engine is quick, smooth, and surprisingly efficient. Paired with Ford's 10-speed automatic, it gets the Ranger moving from 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds. For a mid-sized truck, that's no joke. But if you want more grunt, Ford offers a 2.7-liter twin-turbo V6 with 315 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. This one makes the Ranger feel properly muscular, with instant torque that makes towing and highway merging effortless. Fuel economy isn't terrible either, rated at around 19 mpg city and 23 highway. And then, of course, comes the wild card, the Ranger Raptor. This is the desert runner, the off-road monster. It swaps in a 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6, reinforced chassis, advanced suspension, locking differentials, skid plates, and aggressive tires. This isn't just a truck, it's an adventure weapon built to chew through dunes and conquer rocky trails. If you've ever wanted a baby F-150 Raptor, this is it. Rumors are also swirling about a Ranger hybrid. If that comes true, it could combine the 2.3 turbo with an electric motor for extra torque and better fuel efficiency. With hybrid trucks gaining momentum, Ford knows this could be a game changer. Specs matter here, so let's break them down. The bed measures just under 60 inches long and a little over 48 inches wide, perfect for everything from construction, gear, to camping equipment. Payload maxes out at 1,805 pounds, while towing capacity sits at 7,500 pounds. That means you can haul a full load of lumber, tow a pair of jet skis, or even pull a lightweight camper without breaking a sweat. And with Ford's proven trailer sway control and blind spot monitoring that even covers your trailer, it makes towing less stressful than ever. Ford's been loading its trucks with tech, and the Ranger is no exception. The SYNC4A infotainment system is sharp, quick, and packed with features. You get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, over-the-air updates, and even a 360-degree camera system that makes parking or navigating trails a breeze. Higher trims also get advanced driver aids like adaptive cruise control with stop, lane keeping, assist, and intersection collision avoidance features you used to only see in luxury SUVs. Ford has successfully bridged the gap between rugged utility and everyday convenience. Safety is where Ford really made sure the Ranger punches above its weight. Standard across the lineup is the Ford Copilot 360 suite, which includes automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, and automatic high beams. Step up, and you add adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring with trailer coverage, rear cross traffic alert, lane keeping assist, and intersection collision avoidance. Add in a rigid frame structure, multiple airbags, and available 360-degree cameras. and you're looking at one of the safest midsize trucks on sale. Ford knows people use these not just for work, but for families, and the safety reflects that. Here's the big question. How much does all this cost? While final 2026 pricing hasn't been officially announced, expect the base Ranger to start around $34,000, which undercuts some rivals. Mid-level trims should land in the low to mid $40,000 range, while a fully loaded Ranger Raptor will likely push closer to $55,000, $60,000. Considering the towing, tech, and off-road ability packed in, it's solid value for the money, especially when you compare it to the Tacoma, which can creep up in price quickly once you add options. When you step into the mid-size truck arena, you're walking into one of the most competitive battlegrounds in the automotive world. And the Ford Ranger isn't alone. It's staring down a lineup of rivals that each bring their own strengths to the fight. First up, the Toyota Tacoma. For years, the Tacoma has worn the crown as the go-to mid-size truck, especially in North America. Buyers love it for its bulletproof reliability and massive aftermarket support. You can practically build a Tacoma into anything from an overlanding rig to a desert racer, and no, it'll hold together. But here's the catch. The Tacoma has been coasting on reputation for a while, and Ford knows it. With the Ranger's blend of modern tech, stronger towing numbers, and a more refined interior, it's finally giving Tacoma loyalists a reason to look twice. Then there's the Chevrolet Colorado, which recently got a redesign and came out swinging. Chevy gave it a bold look, new tech, and strong engine options. It's quick, it's capable, and it's a real threat. But some say its interior feels a little behind compared to the Ranger's SUV-like comfort. And while Chevy offers multiple trims, Ford has managed to streamline its lineup so buyers can get the features they want without the headache of confusing options. The Honda Ridgeline plays a different game. It's not a traditional body-on-frame truck, it's more like a crossover in disguise. That means it's the most comfortable to drive, the smoothest on the highway, and it has clever touches like an in-bed trunk and a dual-action tailgate. But when it comes to towing, hauling, or hitting serious off-road trails, the Ridgeline just doesn't measure up. This is where the Ranger shows its muscle. It can do the hard work and still deliver daily comfort. Next, the Nissan Frontier. Nissan kept this truck simple and tough, and that's exactly what appeals to a certain buyer. It's rugged, straightforward, and affordable. But when you compare features, technology, and refinement, the Ranger feels like a truck from the future, while the Frontier is still playing catch-up. So, what's the final word on the 2026 Ford Ranger? It's not just another mid-sized truck. It's the sweet spot between capability, comfort, and price. It can tow like a champ, haul heavy payloads, and handle serious off-road trails if you go for the Raptor. Yet at the same time, it's tech-savvy, comfortable inside, and loaded with safety features that make it family-friendly. In a world where the Tacoma gets all the headlines, the Ranger is the quiet achiever, the truck that doesn't need to shout, because its numbers, features, and real-world usability do all the talking. If you're in the market for a mid-size pickup in 2026, the Ranger might just be the smartest buy you can make. And here's the thing. Trucks aren't just about specs, they're about stories. Imagine pulling up with a bed full of camping gear, driving into the mountains, and knowing your truck can handle whatever comes next. That's the spirit of the Ranger. It's not just a tool, it's a partner. And in 2026, that partnership feels stronger than ever.